What's up? This is Ryan Shuck from Julien-K, and you are watching MusicFiends.com.
I'm DJ Crash with Music Fiends, speaking with Ryan from Julien-K. Welcome back to Dallas.
Thanks for having us. We love Dallas.
And congrats on 20 years.
Yeah, more than 20 years, like 27 years of Orgy and all the kind of shit that we've been doing for so long. Orgy, Dead by Sunrise, a short stint in Edema, and Julien-K for about 10 years, I think.
And All That Glitters dropped today, April 12th, 2024.
Yeah, day after my birthday.
Yeah. Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
In between my birthday and my daughter's birthday. It's a unique situation because we didn't plan on making a video for that song, but Amir's girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, I should call her wife, but they aren't married. She is also an amazing creative and works in TV and film. She actually works on Grey's Anatomy, which is a massive TV show. And she had this vision when she heard the song, and she told us this idea that she had with these, the coven of women, like with the clapping and the black drape, clothing and all that kind of stuff. And she just had this entire vision of what this was, and we were like, wow, okay, well, whatever, that sounds awesome. And so we just tried to let her and her friend Gretchen just kind of find what that was, and we really showed up and kind of did our thing, but it turned out really, really cool, and it turned into this really cool kind of lo-fi, really goth kind of video, which is exactly kind of what the song is. It's very dark wave goth track.
Yeah.
And we think it's awesome. Yeah, it's perfect.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah.
Dude.
Right on.
Hey, it has an 80s goth vibe to it that I think is very accessible.
Yeah.
And I like the video a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
So I had the timer set, and it just, it alerted me right at noon.
The
Central
premiere.
Time.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah, there's a lot of
it.
people participating, and that's super cool. Yeah, we're surprised that to this day we're surprised people like us, but it's really cool.
Ryan.
Yeah.
So it's got to be there's got to be some advantages to you running the show rather than a label trying to control you.
Yeah. The chief advantage, in my opinion, is that we've always thought that every song that we make is special. We've always thought that every song deserves its own unique promotion and push, and it might need, we might feel this song doesn't take off immediately, but it needs to breathe, and as it comes out and we see things happening, we feel like we can kind of nudge it and tell the story differently and make it work out. But a label would never do that. If something's not working immediately, or something's just, it's just they're done. They move on, and they might be done with you.
Yeah.
Thank God in our careers we've had, honestly, for a while we had hit after hit after hit after hit, and it was really, really good. But I really saw what happened when, there could be changes at the label in terms of personnel, people that work there, or management changes, or your attorney and manager and label all kind of change a little bit, and they don't get along, whatever it is, and you're kind of left holding a bag of shit. In the meantime, your music is no less important. And so we've learned after years and years and years of trying to get, don't want to drop this, a label to help us, and management to help us, and all this kind of stuff, that we just learned that none of them really give a fuck unless there's a quick pile of gold on the other side of giving a fuck. And for us, we're in it for the long haul. We're not going anywhere. We spent a lot of time creating the music. We'll spend a lot of time selling the music and working the music and touring and playing and interacting with our fans. And a lot of the stuff that we do nowadays, frankly, there isn't a lot to spread around to all these fucking labels. We have a Patreon that does really, really well. It makes thousands of dollars a month. We just did an Indiegogo campaign that did $27,000 in one day.
Yes.
We ended at, it's supposed to be over, it's still going up. It's like $42,000 right now, which is, by the way, bigger than like a small indie label deal, and it's non-recoupable. And there are a lot more revenue streams that we do, and things that we've created that don't involve any fucking manager and any fucking label or anything. And what's ended up happening is other bands have seen what we're doing, and they ask us for help. And we've accidentally become a label services company as well called Framework. And so we help other artists release their music.
You're a consultant.
Exactly, yeah, except that we don't have like a deal where, okay, hey, we consulted for you, and now we own everything you're doing for, for eternity. We don't have things like that. There are situations where we do own a piece of, for a period of time, we own a piece of their work because we have to get paid somehow. But it's friendly. It's not a classic like label situation where they own the copyright indefinitely. I mean, forever. So you never, ever, ever make money off of it.
Right.
So that's fucked. So.
You are an entrepreneur as much as a musician, aren't you?
I think so. I never imagined myself as that, but yeah, I absolutely think so. I think that you can't just be an artist anymore. We do what we've always done. And what we've always done is we try to make badass music.
Right.
That's number one. Like, is this gonna fucking get butts out of their seats? Are people gonna be cheering? Am I gonna write a lyric that makes people chant along? If we put like an All That Glitters, is the crowd gonna do it with us?
Right.
Well, yeah, we're focused on that. But then after you're done with that piece of work, then what? That's where everyone really loses the script. And that's where labels come in and managers come in to try to figure out what to do with this fucking shit that you created. But in the reality, what we found, especially nowadays with the tools available, you better, if you want a label to pay attention to you, if you want us to pay attention to you, you better be prepared to spend some money, or B, you better know how to use some of the free tools that are available and understand how to communicate with your audience and do things that are interesting to people. And it's more than just the music, It
is.
You can create music videos and do all sorts of stuff now, and art and graphic design and everything that honestly, you kind of have to have good taste. You have to learn good taste. You have to study art. It's a fucking job.
When you say you have to give a new song sometimes a room to breathe.
Yeah.
If you're playing a new track, let's say you're doing one tonight.
Yeah. We're doing it a lot tonight.
Great.
Yeah.
Do you look at the audience and you kind of look at their faces and their body and you see, are they liking this?
We often discover when something's not working by playing it in front of people, and that's another benefit of doing this on our own.
There you go.
So you might discover something, and there have been times we go back in and edit the song. We go in and change a part.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing nowadays, and this is how fucking crazy music is now, if we wanted, we could go in and change the track on iTunes and Spotify and everything. If we discover something really sucks, we can actually change it. Now, it won't be changed on the physical, but that makes it now a collector's item that is different. So we are crazy enough to, if we had to, we can go in now and no one even thinks about this. Like, if the song's not right and it's out, who gives a fuck? Fix it.
Yeah.
You can now. There are no rules. The rules are what you make them. The rules are what your fans will accept. The rules are what you can get your fans to accept if you have a true, authentic, reciprocal relationship with your fans. In other words, you're doing something they love that's true to you, but you're also listening to them. Right? You're not just, fuck you, they don't like it. You're an idiot then. You're an idiot.
And a label would have you locked in to probably one version.
They definitely would. They're not very supportive. If something works, they want you to repeat, rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. They're not in the business of spending, $2 million reacquiring all these fans. But again, if you're a smaller artist or doing something independently like we are, once you acquire your fans, you have to have systems to hold on to them. So I always use the 1,000 fan rule. It's a really famous kind of like TED Talk thing that I forget who did it, and it's an article too. If you can get 1,000 fans that'll spend $200 a year on you, you have a $200,000 business, right? So we actually have that and probably more. And when you boil it down, notice I'm not saying millions and there's so many people. Of course we sold millions of albums in Orgy. We sold hundreds of thousands in Dead by Sunrise. Our work right now is consumed by definitely more than 1,000 people. We don't care. All we care about are the people that we can reach.
Yes.
And we make stuff for them. We know that everyone else is going to dig it, but we look after, if you're in our little world, then we will know your name. We will probably have your phone number.
Yep.
We will have your email. We will know a lot about you, but it's not in a Facebook-y way. It's not in a social media platform way. It's we're in a relationship together. We're in a reciprocal art, cool relationship, family type of thing. We're offering you stuff, and you're being cool enough to support us.
Yep. You've kind of created two new things in my view. One is the genre, Indie-tronica.
Yeah.
Is kind of that's you. That's you.
Yeah.
Indie-tronica.
Yeah.
Doing it, and then also a new genre, a new, can I use the word, class of fans?
Yeah.
Where someone comes up to you and they don't just say, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
They say, Ryan, I'm a backer.
Yeah.
And that's a fan times 100, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a fan who'll put their money where their mouth is and do it publicly.
Yeah.
I've always kind of, there's a whole lot of fly-by-night shit that goes on in social media and fandom and all that kind of stuff. And there's a whole lot of people that, I mean, if I had $1 for every, comment that I see on our social media that says like, oh, you're playing in Dallas, man, fuck, when you guys going to come to Plano? I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking kidding.
All right.
Well, we came, 1,800 miles to get pretty fucking close.
Yeah, can't you drive 30?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I mean, it's like 30 minutes like to come see us. So that happens all the time. But then there's also that other huge half, the backers, the true supporters that will come, 4 hours, to see us. And that's the people we like to focus on.
This is Neon Chronicles Tour.
Yeah.
Tell me who you've got on this tour. You're managing the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm the reluctant tour manager. Yeah, I've become that. Yeah.
I secretly think you love it.
I don't, and I do. I love the fact that I know that I can do the things that I'm doing really, really well. And I know that I can, I think I have a good sense now for what's on this smaller level. You have to make a lot of sacrifices. You have to choose between turds a lot of times. You have to choose between uncomfortable and uncomfortable, which one is better. And I think that I'm extremely picky. I'm kind of like a fucking pit bull, and I get onto things. I won't let go of ideas and stuff like that. And I think that pickiness serves the group really, really well, because they don't have to worry about like why I stay at a certain hotel group. They don't have to worry about why I book certain rooms and how I book them, because that usually turns out it's pretty much the best choice you can make on a tour like this. We stay at nice hotels. We stay at safe hotels. We stay at places where our equipment, everything is going to be safe. We stay at places where there's security. So I think of all this stuff. We stay at places that have a good breakfast. We stay at places that, and I think that all of that is my fucking insane pickiness.
Yeah.
Like I could wake up somewhere that someone else might not be able to tell the difference at all. And I would wake up like, ew. I'm a fucking picky son of a bitch.
And you want a healthy breakfast.
Yeah, I want, there's a lot of things I want. I mean, I bring my own breakfast with me. It's a powdered version, but I'm that picky. But I mean, it's there's just a lot. There's a lot in terms of like when we travel, like there is no night travel in this tour or in this band. There's nothing over 30 minutes.
Okay.
Unless it's a fucking emergency, Okay. But, that's some things that we do to stay safe. And it's just a lot of shit, that we do that I wouldn't expect someone who we're paying $2,000 a week to kind of understand these things are important and we should do this stuff. And at the bottom of the spreadsheet, there has to be black, not red. It needs to be a lot of black.
Yeah, a lot of black.
Like a number that's more than, it has to be a number that's more than it has to be something we can live off of. So, again, you have to choose between discomforts. And that's a difficult thing to do, but I have a feeling that I don't know anyone. I've seen other bands tour and everything. I don't know anyone who can do what I'm doing, frankly. So I'm just there. That's just what's up.
Last subject. I see you as really involved with your fans.
Yeah.
Open to meeting fans.
Yeah.
Talking with fans before and after a show.
Yeah.
At the merch table, sort of thing. And
we do what we're doing now because we can. There are times when we can't. There are times when it's just straight up. It's fucking dangerous, and we still have fans that, there are fans that know where we live and do weird shit and leave stuff at our fucking doors and shit like that. I mean, we've had weird stuff.
Well, hopefully it's a cheesecake or something.
Yeah, no, we've had weird stuff. It hasn't been super dangerous stuff, but there's been weird stuff, and we've had, had to hire private investigators and getting police involved and stuff like that. So there's bad parts that go with getting that popular, and even though we're not in a band that's that big now, we still have those people. Orgy sold millions of albums. Yeah. There's still millions of people that dig what we do. So, we certainly don't walk around like we're fucking, popular people, but there are times when you do have to be more careful and, where we can't go, sign autographs and talk to everybody and hug everyone, which is something I like to do. Just, you want to fucking hug? So,
Next time you're in town, try and stop by the radio studio.
We will definitely. We'll have to figure out a time we can do it.
Thanks for talking with me.
Yeah,
Jay, DJ Crash from Music Fiends.
Thank you for playing great music. Thank you for playing great music.
I'm going to spin Mannequin Eyes and the new one, All That Glitters, tonight on the radio, live.
Might I recommend spinning Your Tears Mean Nothing, which is the single that came out just before that.
Okay.
Really cool, hard, gothic, dark wave electro.
Good.
It's badass. Yeah. Thanks
a lot.
Right on.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.